Has Zoe Sullivan actually scammed the NHS? Has she scammed all the emergency services to get her hands on the most coveted of discounted goods online? Has she done it? We're going to get into that discussion very shortly. But before that actually goes ahead, we need to address this as the great mould debate rumbles on.
That were less kind of damp than obviously the girls' rooms is very bad. So I think I'm going to kind of do a combination of both. We're looking into getting an actual dehumidifier for the girls' room because that's the worst room in the house.
She can't half make a bit of content out of a bit of green mould, can she? Oh, Zoe, what the hell? 2 days worth of content this has provided for her, isn't it? What the hell? Now, I'd like to throw my story into the ring a little bit here because I myself am partial to a bit of mould. I also have, get this, Zoe, I actually have a dehumidifier, an actual machine dehumidifier thingy. Can't even say the word. That thing, right? It blows air or it sucks air. One of those. Yep. It gets rid of the mould and dehumidity. All right. Humidity gets rid of the humidity. It does. Yeah. They're great. You should get yourself one, Zoe. They're great. If only you had a vlogging channel that paid enough in order to get yourself one, isn't it? Ooh. Anyway, yes, I also have, I mean, it seems to be the content of Kings, this mould and the humidity even, not dehumid, you know what I mean? So I thought I'd share my humidity story as well. You're welcome.
And the other one's just using the boxes because they do, you wonder if they're going to work. They do. They're definitely worth it. Anyway, I've been looking this morning. One of the things on my list is obviously we have all the birthdays coming up soon. I thought somebody was crying, but I think they're singing. So we've got all the birthdays coming up in literally just over 2 weeks.
The biggest payday of the year for you, that, isn't it? 2 sets of twins have their birthdays on the same day. If you didn't know, everybody, they have 2 sets of twins and they all have the birthday on the same day. It's double the whammy in terms of vlogging, family vlogging, birthday, open morning, surprise morning, open mouth, glory morning, shory morning, that sort of morning. It's going to be great. And don't forget, Zoe, don't forget you need to sell it to the newspaper as well. You've got to get your advert in there for your vlog, right? So there's that. I can't wait, to see what the kids get for their birthday. It's a bit weird, I know, saying it out loud, isn't it? But, you have people in your comments every day saying stuff like that, and you don't think it's weird, so, yeah.
Now, the older ones, I don't think they're exactly sure what they want yet, so I need to wait to order their stuff. But the little ones, I didn't want to buy them loads and loads of stuff because obviously we've just had Christmas, they've had loads of stuff. It's always a little bit difficult having winter birthdays because when you have summer birthdays and stuff, bikes, scooters, all those things that they can use during the summer, that when you get in the winter they're not going to get overly huge amounts of use out of.
Right, Zoe, I'm gonna just stop you right there because I have to disagree with you, right? Okay, I too had a winter birthday, right? You know what I got for my birthday one year? Okay, I got a football kit. That's shorts and t-shirts, right? I still wore it. Anyway, but one year, this is aside from birthdays, I actually got a bike. It was for Christmas, and you know what month that Christmas is in? It's in December, and that's in a winter month. Yep, that is in winter, smack bang in winter. I got a bike for it. I know. Do you not recommend that we get bikes at Christmas or something? Is that not what you that's what you're suggesting, isn't it? Anyway, yes, I got that. I was what, 7? Nearly 8, I think, that bike I'm thinking of in my head anyway, right? And you know what happened? I use that bike all the time. I used it in the winter. I then used it in the summer. You don't grow out of a bike in a few months, right? You get it, and you carry on using it forever and ever and ever until you get another one. That's how it works, kind of, right? So yeah, I'm sorry. I just thought I'd throw my own personal bicycle story into the ring as well.
Until the summer, but you know, it's still their birthday. I wanted to get them some bigger things, some things not necessarily bigger in size, but bigger rather than lots of little things.
Okay, so I've listened to that twice now, and I still don't get what she means. Don't get what she means. You want to get them bigger things, not necessarily bigger in size, but bigger as in not smaller things. That's what she said, wasn't it? That is actually what she said, because so you want to get them bigger things and bigger in size because they're not smaller things. I don't know. I'm actually losing the will to live here, honestly.
What they have for Christmas? They wanted roller skates, so I've looked at those. They also were talking about getting new scooters, because their scooters were actually the older twins' scooters years ago, and they've had it. The wheels have actually gone square. So we've looked at that. They also wanted some shoes, some trainers, and they needed or wanted some new headphones. So I'm going to get them. They're going to have probably things that cost a little bit more, but less stuff, because Christmas is just always lots of stuff, isn't it? So I've been ordering some Christmas birthday presents today as well, which is good. And although I did go to order them, they wanted Sambas, Adidas Sambas, like the girls have got. I went to order them some on JD Sports because I have an account and I had some voucher money to use. I've also got a blue light card.
Oh, there's nothing like using a little bit of a scam to get your kids birthday presents, isn't there? And now this is the thing that everybody's talking about, the blue light card. Now, how has Zoe herself got hands on a blue light card? Now, if you don't know what a blue light card is, it is a card which the NHS use in order to get discounts from goods and places like that. But here's the kicker, right? So if you didn't know, it's not only the NHS, it is all sorts of places. Well, it's not all sorts of places. There's a number of type of industries you can be part of in order to get your hands on a blue light card. Big savings on the brands you love. The UK's leading discount provider for the emergency services, NHS, social care sector and armed forces. Now, of course, Ben used to be part of the armed forces. That may be a contentious thing, but essentially he was, I guess, right? He was part of the RAF. I don't think he actually fought or anything. He didn't go to war, he didn't go to battle or anything. Can you imagine Ben going to battle with his little pitchfork? They don't do battles. They don't go to battle with pitchforks anyway. I'm not that old, what the hell? So yeah, Ben had he was part of the RAF, so that counts as an armed force. So I'm guessing that's how they got it. Now, to register for the blue light card, you need an ID or recent payslip showing your eligibility, and a payment of £4.99. The blue light card apparently is £4.99 for 2 years access to our fab range of exclusive offers. So it's £4.99 for 2 years. That's quite a bargain if you use it wisely. It depends how much you spend using it, and etc. Otherwise it could be £4.99 wasted, so be careful with your money, right? So I'm guessing this is how they got it. Ben, of course, though, lost his job. We'll say he resigned. You know, he lost his job and then couldn't get another one. But when was that? So I've just gone back to see when it was that they, when Ben was last out of his work, when he lost his last job, and that was last January, in fact, 2024. That was like a year ago. So I guess they could have. In actual fact, does anybody know? Because I don't know what his job was, if I'm being honest with you. Right? Was it in the RAF his last job? Because the previous job was, and then he lost his job and he went to another job. Was this one part of the RAF? Or was it not? Because that kind of makes a difference if it was or not. However, I have found a loophole, right? If we are looking for ways of them getting this blue light card, they could also be a teacher. Because, you know, Zoe has recently, you know, graduated in the teacherness. She is now a homeschool educator. There you go. All you need to do is to register as a teacher. You need your name and eligible school affiliation. And as we know, Zoe is the is Miss Zoe of the Sullivan School of Excellence. That's right. Berghead branch, right? So you could be a teacher, obviously. But then there's if we look back, this was when Ben lost his original job at the RAF, right? That was 2.5 years ago. Now, if it was 2.5 years ago and he didn't have another RAF job, then, like, I don't know how they managed to get a blue light card. But maybe one of you lovely little people, sorry, not little people, that's condescending, that is, bloody hell. One of you lovely people out there could tell me, did Ben have a relevant job in his last job? That's all I want to know. I'm sorry, I don't know. Okay? Answer for you. There, I don't know is the answer. So that is the question. Has Zoe been scamming this discount scheme? Has she? I can imagine that they would do. You know, try and keep on the scheme as long as possible. Get as much discount as they possibly can out of this situation. Anyway, please let me know what you think in the comments down below. Thank you so much for your time and efforts and etc. And have a lovely day. Please subscribe to the channel if you are new. Goodbye.